special guest in the house, and time is of the essence. Our Southland Executive Business Coach, Mr. Popelka.
The reason I want to talk about mindset, because I believe mindset is the most important thing. The thing that separates good from great. The thing that separates good teams and championship teams. Anybody ever won a national title in this room?
Coach has, I think.
Coach has? Okay. How many have you won?
3 as a head coach and 2 other ones as an offensive coordinator.
Clap that up. I believe this is a championship team. I believe that the core of this group has the ability to be the best in the entire system. Somebody read that first quote right under mindset for me. Cody, read that.
The only person that will keep you from getting what you want in life is you.
Somebody's going to get what you want out of life. It's up to you to make sure that it's you. Okay? So that goes for individually, but it also goes as a team. The only one that will keep Boston North Central from being franchise of the year is who? Boston North Central. You guys having the right mindset, you guys holding the line, doing the right thing every single day, keeping each other accountable, and executing at a high level. You guys have the skills. I believe in you.
What you allow in your mind becomes thoughts. Your thoughts will often become beliefs, and your beliefs affect your actions, and your actions determine your future.
Your thoughts, what you think about, eventually will become your beliefs. Your beliefs will become your actions. Your belief is what causes you to do things. And your actions is what determines your future. So, as we go, we're just gonna take a few minutes, a couple points, 3 points, in how to make sure we have the right mindset, okay? First one, Mr. Granada, would you read that first one?
Be open-minded.
Read that next sentence for me.
What is greater, what you know or what you don't know? The answer is obvious, but we often hold on to the little we know as a way to protect our ego and make us feel safe.
AB, gonna come to you. Why is it important that we're open-minded?
It's important to be open-minded so we can continue to evolve. If you are set in your mind that everything you know is true or that is the right way, then you'll never be able to continue moving forward.
What are some attributes to a person that is open-minded?
Somebody who often asks for feedback from others.
This is one of the most important things. So being open-minded is somebody who is coachable and teachable. At the end of the day, the person that is able to gather the most information is going to be able to execute that information. That's the team that's going to be able to win. The team that knows the information, that studied, that knows what the other team's going to do is going to be able to win the game. So the person that is open-minded, teachable, coachable, will be able to gather more information, this is what I just said, and thus have the opportunity to execute what it is that they are trying to achieve. Here's 3 simple ways to gather more information. Who wants to read those for me?
I will. All right, so number 1 is ask lots of questions. Don't let your ego get in the way. Number 2 is be an active listener, your teammates, customers, loved ones, and then read/listen to content from reliable sources. The most successful people read.
Absolutely. So first one, ask lots of questions. At the end of the day, this is the crazy thing about human beings. When you ask them a question, they will actually give you information back. So ask believable parties questions, and they will give you information on how to improve. So I have the privilege of working in proximity with guys like Josh Herron and Tyler Stazik. And the crazy thing is, if I walk in there, he's the CEO and president. If I walk into Josh's office, he's usually his door's open. I can ask him a question, and he will actually, about business, about life, he'll actually give me information that will help me get closer to where he's at. That's the crazy thing. So don't underestimate asking questions. And the big thing is, what keeps us from asking a question is our ego. I'm afraid I'm gonna look like an idiot. I'm afraid to sound a certain way. That is your ego, and your ego will keep you from getting what you want out of life. So important. This was me in high school. I was the kid that didn't ask questions. I didn't know that's why I ended up failing algebra. Because I didn't want to ask the question because I was afraid of what everybody else was going to think. That was my ego. Your ego is actually there to protect you to a degree, but it can also harm you. So I didn't ask the question because I was afraid of what other people thought. And that will hinder you. That will keep you from getting what you want out of life. So don't let your ego get in the way. Ask lots of questions. Be an active listener. Guys, this is a skill. Being an active listener takes practice. It doesn't come natural. Listen when people are talking. This goes with your teammates. When you're in a conversation, every conversation is an opportunity to gather information about them, about their life, about how they became who they are, how they're successful, how they do what they do. Customers, same thing. When we're on site, why do we ask questions? We're gathering information which will actually help us do our job at a higher level. Your loved ones, same thing. Third point, all the time, guys, the most successful people read/listen to content that helps them grow and develop. I mean, everybody I've talked to that is successful. You listen to it. What's one thing that you would recommend? Read books. And I get that not everybody's a reader. I don't love reading, but then at least listen to content that is actually going to help you develop. Do it every single time. Actually, just talk to Mr. Cook. What did you say? What have you been doing?
I've actually turned Cody onto this as well, but when I'm driving in the trucks, obviously a lot of times we're alone in the truck. I'll have my one AirPod in and I'll be listening to audiobooks. I can go through about a book a week or a book every 2 weeks. That's on my rides into work, we're driving around work, and you can also listen to podcasts and a bunch of other content.
So even if driving to and from work, I encourage one of my guys in Connecticut. He likes to bump the music on the way to work. I get it. Like on the way back, then at least listen to something that's going to help you grow and develop. It's super, super important. There's 2 types of lives you can live. There's the intentional path, and then there's the unintentional path. The intentional path is having an aim. Hopefully, you guys all have goals. If not, I'm going to encourage you to make some goals that are measurable. Because somebody read this first sentence real quick for me.
Read it. You can either drift through life hoping and dreaming, but getting whatever comes your way, or you can live an intentional life with goals, with a plan, and take hold of everything you want. It's your choice.
2 types of life. You can either drift, and you'll get whatever comes your way. You might get some good things, you might not. Or you can be intentional. You can have a goal with a plan and a strategy. There's going to be some bumps in the way, but if you at least have a plan and a goal of how to get there, win day after day, you're way more likely to get what you want out of life. Or you can just kind of drift, hoping that you get some cool things. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Live an intentional life. Set some goals, tell people about them, have a plan and how to achieve those goals. We're going to do that here in a second. It will not be easy. It will never be easy. Trials will come, I promise you this. Everybody's already gone through probably a bunch of them. And those trials will come both internally, the thoughts in your mind, those limiting beliefs that you have to challenge every single day, and externally. Life happens. A piece of metal comes out. I mean, you come in on your day off to learn, and a piece of metal flies out of the truck and gives you 5 staples in the head. Trials come, but it's how you respond to those trials that matters the most. The last thing that I want to say, this is the most important one, because the greatest temptation for every human being is to quit, is to stop giving it your all, to stop striving to be your best, and just to coast. To say, you know what, I've had enough. I've worked hard enough. I'm just going to quit. At some point in your life, everybody in here, you're going to be tempted just to quit. I'm not even just talking about this job. I'm talking about in life. These are the tips in how not to quit, because you are going to be tempted to quit.
Surround yourself with people that will help you move closer to your goals, which is everyone in this room. Embrace your uniqueness and don't compare yourself to others.
Don't be afraid to ask for help. Point number 1, again, ego will tell you not to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, no matter what you're going through. Number 2, find your why. What motivates you? What gets you up in the morning? Fight for that thing with everything you've got. But not everybody knows their why, so find what it is. what it is that is going to get you up, that's going to motivate you. Family? Is it a goal? What is going to be that thing? Dave, hearing all that, what are some thoughts you have?
It's funny, you touched on two things that I just taught on the past like 2 months.
Perfect.
Adversity is inevitable, stress is optional. That's all mentality. It's how you view things, how you look at things, how you see it. You know, I don't pay attention to anything in terms of, like when I come into work, I'm trying to beat myself. I want to be the best I can be. So like when I always, you know, say to Mikey, you're killing my rev per hour. That's me challenging myself, you know, but it's a mentality. And I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in. I mean, by rights, I shouldn't even be here doing this job. But it's mentality. Even Anthony said yesterday, you move good for an 80-year-old guy. And if you practice it long enough, it becomes habit. And the way you think, what you do, your actions, you know, your body's not going to do anything your mind doesn't tell it to do. So the war is here.
The whole key, in my opinion, all right, to be successful is how you handle adversity, the trials, all right? Most of us can handle when things are going good, when things are executing and everything's going in our favor, right? We can manage that. We just have to kind of keep our ego in check and be humble so we're not like pounding our chest too big on those situations. But that's pretty simple. Would you all agree?
Yes, sir.
It's the differentiating factor is how you handle the adverse situations, the stress in our life, the things that come up every day, all right? And I think one of the biggest keys to handling that is like understanding it's not always going to be perfect.
Well, I appreciate you guys' time. Great freaking job, great freaking day yesterday. Let's go out there today. Let's have another great freaking day. I know operations kind of set our goal.
All right, guys. So yeah, we're gonna make it a great day, guys. We got a lot of jobs on the books. We're gonna get some more add-ons. We got about 43 jobs on the books with add-ons. I'm hoping we'll clear 60 again. Yeah. Which, by the way, we had a 35K rev goal yesterday. We smashed it. We hit 50K. The rev goal today is a little bit higher. It's 38K. Are we gonna smash this shit today, guys? Yes, sir. Damn right. That's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna break it down and we're gonna make it a good day, guys. 40 on me!